My Father's Day present from my oldest, who always keeps it real. Mommy. My hero is mommy. Audrey 6-year-old. Daddy, did you know that after Michael left my school, he came back and now people call him David? Me. Does he look and sound totally different too? Audrey. Yes. Me. That's not the same kid, honey. Audrey. Long pause. Maybe. When I was 3, I told my parents that my preschool classmate Molly had a new baby sister who was Chinese. My parents tried to explain to me that Molly's baby sister was Chinese because Molly's parents were Chinese and Molly was, in fact, herself Chinese. I simply was not having any of it. Molly's baby sister might be Chinese and Molly's parents might even be Chinese. I couldn't tell because it's not like I ever looked at Adon's faces back then. But it didn't make sense for Molly to be Chinese because, like me, Molly was 3. A family friend's kid came home from school when she was still pretty snork and told her mom there was a new kid at school who was brown and her mom is literally an Indian immigrant and she was like, honey, you also are brown. And her kid was like, no. So sometimes small children do not know how appearances work. Or like the story above, raise either. Paid partnership opportunity. Greetings Danielle. We hope all is well. We are big fans of your work and would like to offer you a 6-figure deal to become our main social media ambassador for our clothing company in the North American market. We just need you to send us photos of you modeling swimsuits, danties, and nodes to make sure you are the correct fur for our company. We need front, back, side, bent over, legs spread, as well as other photos like this. We look forward to working with you. Tony Hincliffe, Talent Management VP. When I was in daycare around 3 or so years old, I told a woman that was watching us that my house had roaches everywhere. I put emphasis on the house basically being infested with roaches. The woman called my mom and had her come over to explain what I meant and wanted to call CPS until it was found out that the house was not infested with roaches, but instead was one singular roach that flew in from outside. My mom wanted to kill me. My wife and I were telling my son he was grounded for mistreating his brother. He kept making excuses, like always. So I told him that I didn't want to hear any of his excuses anymore. He got mad cause we were treating him like a slave for not letting him talk, and then proceeded to storm off by saying, "You guys are acting like white people. Guess who learned about slavery in school this week?" He later apologized. Shake my head. When I was 9, I found my sister's shaving stuff and decided to shave my non-existent beard to prank her. She then pranked me back by saying that even without having a beard, I'll grow a beard the length my dad has within a week. I cried for hours because I was scared of being ugly. High school. When I was a little kid we would drive by the high school to get to elementary school. The high school was a 2-story building. The elementary school was 1. I didn't realize that and just thought it was tall because high school was school for giants. Yes, this is big brain time. So when I was about 4 or 5, after I had gone to the bathroom, I came back into our living room where the rest of my family was sitting and very loudly said to my mom, "I just found something soft under my pants." As you might expect, everyone immediately started laughing. And then my mom had to explain to me what tentacles were. Guys, my teacher caught me drawing hens in class. What do? It wasn't that extreme. I was only drawing ace, but I covered up the drawing in time. The problem was that I had a hem reference photos on my phone and it happened again. I was in another class when my teacher flipped through my notebook and flat out hent was on the page. Dog, can this day get any more? Your kid just sold my wife 2 half-full cups of water for $1. The price started out at $5 or $10, but we were able to negotiate it down to fair market value. He tried to sell me a glass for $10 too. I said, where did it come from? He goes, the hose. Ha 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 ha. When I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do was stick my point linger in my mouth. and see if I could pull it out before I snapped my teeth shut on it. I was doing it on a long car trip, lost the game, and bid miling a tip partially off. Help. Hi, I'm 11 years old and I created Reddit account for help. I accidentally used my mom's credit card info to buy the mythic lucky draw. I needed it up before she finds out. Is there any way I can get all her money back but still keep the mythic? This will be helpful because I plan to use her credit card to buy more CP in the future. Thanks, you're a lead meat. I wrote a poem in my dad's birthday card when I was a ducking stupid kid. A poem. Trains have wheels. Trains are noisy. And trains are fun to ride, and please don't tell me I forgot something, and I think it is that they make snoke. Some kid signed up to show off Fortnite skills and Nerf war at my school's talent show this year. Smurf devourer. Son grabbed food die off counter. If anyone has a golf cart, I'm 13 and in need of golf cart to borrow. If anyone is willing to be generous, you must be 16 with a permit and 21 or older licensed driver to operate a golf cart in Ohio. Only on public roads, not private property. You know, fun Susan. I remember sitting in 2nd grade class and we got our first computer and the teacher talked to us about an article explaining something called the information superhighway and me thinking it was an actual highway. You see, young one, the joke is to shut on millennials because they want to fix the planet. Shut the duck up, you uneducated millennial. Things are code for a reason. Don't blame a generation because you're too dumb to do it right. Use is too young to unsmile comment on featured content. My year 3 student either needs to work on her spelling or I've got some phone calls to make. Thought I was going to die. Everything went black. A human grabbed me a few seconds. Later he took me to a tall tower and wrapped me in a blanket. A few days later I woke, I was next to a warm fire. My paws hurt, friend. Does any of your family use the same account as you? Nope. Just me. And it's not from my country. It's mostly Indian, I think. Okay. Did you think that your family can get your device when you're not using it and then watch it and pretend to haunt you? When my nieces and nephews visit my son, I'll find at least 5+ unfinished water bottles laying around. Probably not sanitary, but I don't like waste, so I pour it into the coffee machine. When they're all out of ice cream. Kids are like a coffee. It's easy to make it, and then it won't let you sleep. Kids complaining about Spotify, they don't know the real struggle. I was singing You Are My Sunshine to my 3-year-old, and he told me he hates that song. I said that's a shame, because I used to sing it to him when he was in my tummy before he was born, and he looked me dead in the eyes and said, I hated it then too. I've got 7-year-old twin boys. They regularly tell me their mum is their favorite. Fair enough, but when they told her they loved her to the moon and back, I asked how much they loved me. To the butchers they said, the butcher's shop is next door. Brutal. My daughter asked why she can't just quit school, and I told her it's against the law and they'll put me in jail, and my sweet child looked me in the eye and said, I'll visit you. Asked my 5-year-old what she wanted for dinner and she said not a burned quesadilla, because in the summer of 2019, one overcooked one side of her quesadilla. This little girl I'm babysitting just asked me if I have a boyfriend, and I said not anymore, and she said boyfriends are a waste of time, and then she turns to her brother and tells him you're gonna be a waste of time. I grounded my kid and this was his response. My niece turned 3 today. She asked for a Lion King cake, but specifically the moment where Mufasa dies, because everyone will be too sad to eat the cake, and it will be all for me. Every single thing from the fridge is in this car soup. It's fine. I'm fine. When I was a kid, I hated my little brother's existence, especially when he got into his biting phase. When I was 4, I called my best friend, had to have my mom dial the number, and asked him if he wanted a baby brother. He happily agreed, but my plan was foiled when he ran to ask his mom. My younger cousins thought it would be fun to play with my Naruto figures while I was at school. My 10-year-old son just took my phone and texted this to my wife. "Honey, I got fired." Sully got in trouble, so I took the iPad away. I went to check on him and I don't have enough positive parenting experience for this, so I'm leaving. 4-year-old. What happens when you die? Me. You go to heaven. 4. No. I mean when you die. Do I get your stuff? Kids think they can get away with anything. Hi there. I just wanted to reach out and send my condolences, as mentioned her grandmother passed away yesterday. Sending love. No, she did not. Both of her grandmothers are living and healthy. My little stepbrother was asking us how to spell various words throughout the night. Then I found this. It turns out he was making a letter professing his hatred for Buddy the Elf. Elf, the weirdest weirdo ever. I hate you, Buddy the Elf. Because you are noisy, so noisy I hate you. And you are weird. Made this. Popular kids at school set my son on fire as part of an initiation ritual for him to join their popular group. He was very badly burned and almost killed. What can I do about this? This was how I found the office after cleaning up the water they spilled all over the kitchen counter. Today my 8-year-old took branch cutters to the AC unit just because he likes tools and tinkering. Bye bye Freon. We found signs of a 6-year-old dinosaur in our house. Nephew tried his new airsoft gun on my phone. Feast your eyes on some drawings I did for a school project when I was 7. Boot Monster and Spike Monster clearly had issues. Whoever puts their feet in this boat will die. The fastest thing in the world. Opening this hand will have you questioning your own strength. An apology note I wrote to my friend when I bit him in 1st grade while playing Ben 10. Dear, I'm very sorry that I bit you. I didn't mean to bite you that hard. I won't do that again. Child, now I from. This afternoon I noticed sneakily grabbing some finishing nails. So I followed him and caught him red-handed. He told me he was setting a trap. One of the kids bedazzled my stock pot. Thankfully the heat helped get the adhesive off. I told my nephew a watermelon was gonna grow in his stomach because he ate some of the seeds, and I kid you not, he looked me straight in the eyes and said nope, because there's no sunlight, so you're wrong and college has failed you. He's 7. A text I got from my 8-year-old little sister. It did nothing but a lot to say it to tell you how to make a difference. Lol, I just want you in my face. Lol, lol, I'm sorry. Lol, lol, sorry for that. Lol, I hope it was a great night to tell me that I was going on my way back home. Now I have a cat in the house, so I'm so tired. I love it, so I can tell her. Lol, I just got a text. Lol, I love her and love you guys too much and love her so sorry. I just want you guys to love me, and I hope it is too late for me to. Bye love. Bye love it. Love bye bye. Hi love you guys. Bye love bye hi bye love bye. What? When I was 11, I wanted to marry this girl in this Nintendo Power magazine. She tried to wangle a day off, claiming she was too poorly for school. Realized she couldn't keep up the act. This was 9:20. She was in school by 9:45. I'm sorry for lying. I just wanted a day off. Sorry. When I was 10, my brother and I went to a sports center to watch our dad play. My brother had to go to the toilet. I didn't want to take him, so I told him to play around a bit when suddenly he shat his pants. Both of us were stupid. Recently he wanted to wipe after the toilet, missed with the paper, and smeared his shat all over the Jenga blocks. He also flushed 3 pairs of socks down the toilet. My half brother's sister's kid. All bugs apparently are ladybugs. Squish sees ant. Mama ladybug squish sees barks older bug mama ladybug. My 4-year-old decided to make a height chart without telling anyone. She dragged her chair to complete it. My sister 6 got a hold of my mom's phone and started texting dad. We are treasure hunting. Did you know Nika was a really a lot better call me back. And the ocean is. Did I use your mom's name right? She eats everything else and I can send you a picture of the month. EJGC make it red. My toddler realized he could lift the register vent grate, decided to drop canned goods and pantry items in there, then got the brilliant idea to top it all off with powdered iced tea mix. When I was a kid I thought the President of the United States, George W. Bush, walked down the aisles of the supermarket, pointed at various things, and said L like that, and that they slapped a President's Choice label on it. Law mom story. I popped into my first grader's field day. Her teacher was surprised to see me because she had heard from my daughter I had work this morning. She asked, so what do you do for work exactly? Says you are a cheese judge. Chief judge. I'm the chief judge. Picture of her and the cheese judge at field day. I remember when I was like 10 my OCD was really strong. I was doing the weirdest things because if I didn't the world would collapse. That's what I've makes you think. So once I was on a school trip on a train and we were sitting with a young lady in the room. Yeah, we were quiet. We didn't talk much I don't think. But then when we were leaving I just went back and asked the lady if she had Facebook. She said yes. I asked for her Facebook. I have no idea why I just wanted to know everyone's contacts. She of course said no it's private and I almost cried while leaving. Kid watches everything with subtitles. Her hearing is fine and it's not loud. Just puts them on for everything. Drives me nuts. So ducking stupid.